103.7 KISS FM presents JMAT's Social Club, a radio.com podcast.
Happy whatever day of the week it is that you are listening to the third episode of JMAT's Social Club. Today's topic is on TikTok, and our guest is Tyler Reitzman, who has gained over 35,000 followers on TikTok since the end of September 2019, and two of his videos has actually reached over 1 million views.
Isn't
Welcome.
that crazy?
It is crazy, man.
Thank you for the introduction.
You're welcome. How did you get so popular on TikTok? Do you know the reason, or is it mostly just luck of TikTok?
As much as I would like to pat myself on the back, I think potentially a lot of it was luck, as I think a lot of videos on the app are. But I'll give myself a pat on the back and say that there was definitely some skill behind it.
Awesome. What would you say your first viral video? Can you remember what that one was and what it took to go viral?
Yeah, so I was kind of like scrolling through the app, and at that time I realized that a couple people that I was following were doing kind of some weird little like Adobe Premiere editing hacks and tricks. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try one of these because I know how to do it. So it took me quite a bit of time to figure it out, but I basically threw up a little like pool noodle and then had it fall down, and I changed shirts seamlessly. And all I said was, like, if you want a tutorial, and I kind of like updated it, and it took a little bit to start getting views, but probably after like 20, 30 minutes, I was like, okay, this is starting to get more views than any of my videos in the past. And then it just kind of kept going. And I mean, if you ever have had a video blow up on TikTok, like, or have ever watched the progression of a video, you'll know it's just exponential.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, 800 views. All of a sudden I come on 5 minutes later, oh, 10,000 views. All of a sudden 5 minutes later, oh, 200,000. I was like, well, what is going on here? So it was nuts, but I was so excited after that first one. I was like, all right, that's it. I'm making 5 TikToks every day, no matter what. I don't do that, but I was just super excited.
And I have seen that video, and a lot of people do the transition, and you can see the little glitch. And I remember watching your video, and I legitimately could not figure out where the switch was. It was so seamless. Like, I know you're standing in the right place. I know you're doing the transition right, but it's just like, he didn't move. Like, did he have someone throw him the shirt? Did he? I don't know. It was thoroughly impressive. It was clean.
Yep.
It was clean.
Thank you. I had a lot of people trying, like, messaging me, like, wait, so how did you actually do that? And then all of a sudden, the whole editing, like a lot of creators realized, hey, I have Adobe Premiere. I'm a good video creator. I can do that too. And now that's kind of just taken over. There's a lot of content like that, so it's not as easy to blow up per se.
And you were there early, so it kind of helped you out. Now everybody with Premiere's there. I got a question before we get too deep into this. For the listener that is unfamiliar with TikTok and hasn't even downloaded the app yet, how would you describe what TikTok is?
TikTok to me is it's a short form, it's a social media platform that houses short form video. You can post anywhere from like, I think 1 second is the shortest, maybe 2 seconds, something like that, all the way up to 60 seconds. Highly entertainment based. A lot of comedy is kind of what, at least on my For You page and my, when I'm scrolling through, it's based on your preferences, but I would say a majority of the content on there is comedy or dancing.
Okay.
There's definitely loads of other content on there in different genres, but those are the two main types of videos. So you see people, you see brands, you see literally everything, people creating content, and it's a good time. It's another Instagram, Facebook, just something to waste your time scrolling.
And unlike other platforms that utilize video, the nice thing about TikTok is it's audio driven. So many other platforms require you to put captions on videos and in order to engage with that content. But TikTok, literally, if your phone is on silent, will play the audio if you don't bring the volume all the way down before opening the app. It's like saying, if you're going to be on this app, make sure you're listening to the audio, because otherwise you're just going to lose the value and the entertainment value of the TikTok.
Yes, I absolutely love that, because as you know, like I also probably spend most of my time outside of TikTok on LinkedIn, and that is totally captions driven.
Yep.
That's you have to write a long text post, and I hate that.
Yep.
TikTok, I know people are going to be listening with sounds. Like, no one goes to a party to scroll through TikTok when there's a lot of noise going on. Like, you want to be able to hear what's going on. So I know that people are going to be listening. It makes it so much better.
Agreed. What would you say is the demographic makeup of the average user that creates content on TikTok?
I really think it varies a ton. I definitely would say the majority of people are younger than probably like 22-ish. I'm not gonna pretend to pull stats out of nowhere.
But based on what you can see on the app.
Yeah, I mean, I know generally what like the stats are, and I know a lot of people are under the age of 22 to 24. But that doesn't limit it. I have grandpas on there. I have middle-aged dads on there. I have 8-year-olds on there. Like, you see it all. But yeah, I think mainly you'll find anywhere from like that 13 to like 22 is kind of the sweet spot. That's probably more than half of the people on the app.
You see a lot of teens. So if you're listening to this and you're like, I'm not a teen, I'm in my 30s, or I'm a boomer, as it goes on the app.
Boomer.
Okay, boomer is a popular trend. Or if you're a grandparent or something, there's not a lot of them creating good content. So if you think you could have a clever idea or a spin on what's trending that the teens are doing, and you're somebody in your 50s or 60s, definitely get on TikTok, because you could blow up because you're the first person on it of your age or of your background. So I've seen doctors' offices using it, and
like in the dentist or whatever, the orthodontist.
Yes, if you've got a unique job, you could showcase that on TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of grandpas, like they're the first funny grandpa on there, the first funny dad with his family. Those are the people that blow up, because people are like, you just don't expect them to be funny, or like, you're like, oh great, this is going to be a stupid video, and then they actually make you laugh, and you're like, okay, like, this guy knows what's up. This is a cool grandpa. I'm going to give him a follow. So yeah, I think you can totally dominate if you think you have like a unique job. You're not in the typical age range, like you can thrive on that platform.
Yeah. How do you decide on what content to create?
I mean, I think it should be like any other platform. You shouldn't force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. Create something that you love. Like me personally, I love video editing. I love doing cool tricks like that, and that's what I did. I found a place for that. If you work at the radio station, you want to show cool celebrities walking in, you want to show putting a funny sound on, whatever it may be, like show your job, show what you do. People want to see things that they either can't do or can't have. Right. So if you're a rich person, go ahead, flex your cars, show your house, whatever. If you
Rich boy check or whatever that is.
Exactly. if you go skydiving a lot, show that you skydive. People want to do that. I haven't went skydiving yet. I don't get to go skydiving every day. So like, just create what you love, like every day. Be consistent with it. One of your videos is going to do well. Okay.
Well, speaking of jobs, how do brands leverage TikTok? Is that a place you want to see brands, or should it just be personal accounts?
I love seeing brands on there, and I mean, there's some brands on there that are totally just winning people over, because TikTok, I think from a brand standpoint, you shouldn't be just creating advertisements on your page. Right. Like, look at like Gymshark, for example. If you went on their page, you wouldn't know what they're selling. You would just be like, okay, this is some dope content, and they're all wearing the same clothes. They're wearing Gymshark clothes, but they're creating funny videos in their clothes. They're doing weird workout videos, but nowhere in there are they saying, hey, buy our Gymshark stuff, buy our new workout band or whatever they sell. Like, they're just making cool videos, and then people are like, I love Gymshark. Okay, I'm going to go check out their Instagram. And it's all just a sales funnel. I'll go check out their Instagram, and then maybe on Instagram, that's where you're getting ads, and that's where they're saying, hey, buy this. So I don't think TikTok is necessarily the place to sell, but I think that's the place to establish their brand, and especially with the young demographic on there. I mean, people my age, where I already have the power, but especially people younger than me, they're starting to get the buying power. They're starting to tell their parents what they want. They're starting to get their own money. They're going to be the ones making their own purchasing decisions soon. So I think, like, if I'm a little kid and I see Gushers making the coolest video, and then Gushers is in my head all the time, I'm like, you know what? Next time I'm at Walmart, I'm going to buy some Gushers, because those are good. They just aren't always on the top of my mind. So I think there's certain brands that are killing it like that.
I think putting your brand on TikTok, if you're a brand that can have a little wiggle room for a personality, if you will, you can thrive on TikTok. Here's one brand that I think a lot of people would be surprised to find is doing well on TikTok: the Washington Post.
Yes, they are doing very good. Very good.
They occasionally will have a newspaper in their TikTok, which, fine, they're a newspaper, I get it. But they are jumping on the trends. They're doing it well, and they're putting twists on trends that nobody else has thought to do yet.
Yep.
So I don't know who's creating their content. If it's one person behind the scenes, if it's a collective of people, I don't know, but they are doing it well.
Hats off to Washington Post. I think other things that are doing well that you wouldn't expect are sports teams.
Oh yes, the Bucks are on there.
The Bucks are on. They just followed me.
Did they really?
They did. The only like person from Wisconsin. So Bucks, if you're watching this,
We'll get this to the Bucks. I guarantee it.
I'm on to you. I don't know what you want to do, but if you want to collab, I shot them a DM, so we'll see what they have to say. But yeah, sports teams are just killing it. The Bucks are killing it. Benny the Bull from the Chicago Bulls is doing really well. There's a lot of football teams, like the NFL is absolutely killing it. All their posts have like almost 1 million likes. Like they just post cool. They reuse clips from games like that.
Makes sense. Yeah.
There's so many teams that are just killing it.
Yep. It's basically, if you are not on TikTok yet, what are you waiting for? You need to get on this app because it's fun, first of all, and then it's easy to make content. It really, truly is. You can make it either on the app or off the app. You use Premiere.
Right.
What's your preference? I know you're a video editing guy. I'm guessing it's the latter.
Yeah, I like using what I have and using my computer because I know how to do that. But if I'm on the fly or I know I'm not going to be able to upload all the footage to my computer, edit it, download it, upload it to my phone, like if I don't have that extra hour, 2 hours of time, I'm totally okay with just busting out my phone. Like there's a lot of useful tools within TikTok's like embedded editing system. And I personally would like to think, I wouldn't like to think this because I don't do it, but I do think that in their algorithm, I think they favor using their own editing software because it's just promoting their app more. So I think that they favor that slightly. And
you could still use an edited video off the app, upload it onto the app, and use a transition after the effect as like an after effect, just to
just
help
to
that
say you're using
maybe
it. Say you're using it, maybe you get some good brownie points with TikTok.
There is one little hack that I've used, not to say it's like a heavily edited video, but if I have a video where I want to do a front-facing camera and back-facing camera and flip between the two really seamlessly, I'll use Snapchat. I'll make my little 15-second video, offload it from Snapchat, and upload it on TikTok, so it just looks more seamless and smooth.
Snapchat is the only good platform that allows you to switch back and forth. I don't know why other apps haven't.
Instagram has that small delay.
Yep, there's
it
a little
annoys
delay.
me to no end.
Yep, I totally agree.
For TikTok trends, how do you decide which ones you'll jump on, and how do you figure out your twists on the trends?
Yeah, again, I think it's like you gotta look at it from you gotta be smart with it. When I'm looking at them, do what makes you laugh. I mean, don't force something. Do what you think is cool. Do what makes you laugh. But personally, I don't like to just cookie cutter, copy paste, do exactly what the other person does. Most of the time, like personally, what I do is I see a trend that isn't utilizing editing or good camera quality, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this. How can I take this? God, what's an example of a trend that's been popping
the hand
off
gestures?
Recently? Yeah, so like the hand gestures. So like maybe I'll do that, but instead of just going like this, I'll have my hand stay on screen. Like I'll cut out a PNG of my hand and I'll have those stay on screen. Like I'm like, okay, how can I do this one step better than everyone else that's doing it? Because then when people are watching your videos, they're about to scroll past it and then they're like, wait, this isn't like everything else. And they kind of get intrigued and watch it to the end, which pushes it better in the algorithm.
I will say with trends, if you come up with an idea that's a twist on the current trend, you got to get on that right away because you're not the only one that's going to think of something clever. You just have to get it out there before anyone else can. Because I know I've had so many ideas that are a twist on a trend, and I say to myself, I'll eventually get to that. And I wait a couple days, and sure enough, somebody else already thought of it. And I'm like,
and
no!
It's blowing up, and it's blowing up. Yep, that happens to me all the time.
How does someone get on the For You page?
This is a misused question by a lot of people. Every video gets on the For You page, which many people don't realize.
Yep.
So, I mean, when you're scrolling, you'll realize, I think it's like every 15 or 20 videos, there will be a video that you're like, okay, why is this garbage on here? And it's got like 0 likes, 5 likes, 13 likes. So every video of yours gets on the For You page. Depending on how many followers you have, that depends on how many people's For You page it ends up on. So like me and my little bracket, I think I get pushed out to like 100 or 200 people right away.
Yep.
And then depending on those people, depending on how many people watched it all the way through, watched it twice, liked it, they kind of make like a little composite score. And depending on how it scores, they're like, okay, this is a really good video. We're going to push it out to more people. Or nobody watched this video all the way through and just kept scrolling. This video sucks. We're not showing it to anyone else.
Right.
TikTok is dangerously smart. They know exactly what content you're posting, like their computer algorithms, their AI. It's ridiculous. Like I was talking with a marketing friend down in LA, and she was just saying how they have like a list of like the top 100 creators from each category, the top 100 creators in each state. Like they have all this list out. They know what content you create like TikTok's a beast. It's
Yeah.
smart. They know exactly what content you have. So it's going to push it out. I mean, sometimes it kind of slips through the algorithm and you can repost it and it does better, but a majority of the time, if people find it funny or if it's worth being a viral video, it'll end up getting the views.
And if you are somebody scrolling through the For You page and you see a video that has 5 likes or something, it's not necessarily because it's a bad video. It's brand new. You are the beta viewer of that video, and you are helping determine whether or not it's going to explode or not. So if you watch something, you're like, this is dumb, I'm not going to give it the time of day, and you scroll by it, other people are probably doing that too. But if you're like, this is good, you can like it. Here's another little thing that I like to do on those early videos. I like to see if it's been posted within the last 12 hours, let's say.
Yep.
And if it looks like it's about to blow up and be on the rise, I try to come up with a really witty and clever comment, because then I can ride that comment wave. And then you got people that see the video, let's say a day later, and it's got, I don't know, 1,000 likes, right? Now you're going to go to the comments because people like to do that, and they'll see the top rated comments. And if you were one of the early comments and got liked up towards the top, then people are going to go check out your profile and your content. So there's value with engaging on TikTok, even if you're not the most adapted, or what do I want to say, the most well-versed at creating quality content for TikTok.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I mean, I have multiple comments that are over 10,000 likes, over 20,000 likes. Like, especially popular creators, if I see that I'm following this person and a new video has been posted, I'll just think of some random comment that will be the top comment, and all of a sudden I come back and it's like, 30,000 likes. And I'm like, well, I can guarantee you probably at least a quarter of those people came and checked out my page. So then that just comes down to you having a page that's worthwhile. If they come on that page and if it looks good, they're probably going to give you a follow, and they didn't even see any of your content. They just saw a comment.
Yep. I had one video that I knew came out like right around the time it came out because the news was talking about it. Chef Ramsay was on his daughter's account. Was on the video, made a little video. I'm still getting notifications. It's like 50,000 likes on some comment I made about like Chef Ramsay has entered TikTok. Something super dumb, but I was on it before it went viral, and now it's like keeps popping up on feeds, and I'm like, oh, I guess people want to talk about Chef Ramsay. Cool.
He's something else.
All right, so we are roughly getting towards the end of this episode. I've got a question for you. We haven't really touched on the hashtags. What's your opinion of using hashtag FYP, hashtag For You page, those viral hashtags? Does it help you? Does it not matter?
A lot of people like to say it helps. I personally haven't done the research to say it does or it doesn't. I think potentially the algorithm could favor things that use it, but you don't need to use the For You page hashtags. As we just said, every video gets on there, so you don't need to use it to get people to see it. I would kind of, like you guys talked about on your Instagram episode, I would stray away from using the hashtags with, multiple billions of views.
Totally.
I would use something, if you're doing editing tricks, hashtag it editing tricks. Don't hashtag it For You page or hashtag camera or something like that. Hashtag editing tricks. Hashtag you can't do this, like something like that. Right. So that way it's more unique. I do think the algorithm favors hashtags of things that are trending at the time or ad campaigns.
Yep.
So that might be worth throwing it on there. But I've heard from multiple creators, and I have found this true myself, don't put on more than 3. Instagram has that 30 where you can't go over that. Like TikTok, you can put more than 3, but I feel like posts just kind of get shot down if they have more than 3. So don't do more than 3.
Good to be noted. I will point out one thing, because we did talk about the hashtags and whether or not FYP works. I've seen videos blow up with 0 text or hashtags used in the caption. I think at the end of the day, when it comes to TikTok, your quality of content is going to be what sings.
That's king.
If you put the right hashtags and use the right captions and all that sort of stuff, but the quality of the video is awful and nobody cares about it, it's not going to blow up. But if you have a quality video, it doesn't matter what you put on it, it's still going to go well.
Yep. Look at Charli D'Amelio. I mean, she doesn't caption or hashtag really anything. Granted, she's gotten to that point, but even when she was starting, half the stuff that she did,
just put it out there, and you guys be the judge of what the content actually is.
Exactly.
All right, well, this ends the episode on TikTok, our 3rd episode of JMAT's Social Club. To catch up on any future episodes or to catch up on old episodes, make sure you go to 1037kissfm.com or use the radio.com app. Thanks for listening.